Hey you guys, what's up? It's Sean, Autotopia LA, and recently we were out at the quarantine cruise. We've probably at this point shot 80 cars. But I gotta admit, the last thing I would have expected to see that day and say, oh, we gotta shoot that, is an old Toyota Corolla.
Celica.
It's a Celica, I apologize. Makes it a lot better, doesn't it? It's so funny, that's how far back it goes for me. Because this is what, 70s? 74.
Yeah.
So is that the first gen body style of Celica?
Yes, it actually came out in 72, the first model.
This is all built in your, not even a garage, but in your backyard?
Backyard underneath the tarp.
Everything mechanical you did, everything body, paint.
Prep,
100%
engineering.
this is you.
Yes.
That's badass.
Thank you.
You guys got to appreciate that one. And I think it's important to add in, like I was telling you before the camera started, that you're an airline mechanic.
That's correct.
So like the level of redundancy, detail, you can't leave things out. You can't leave a crappy weld or whatever.
Has to be safe.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm on it.
Yeah. Let's start up here because I think this is a fun one to pop the hood. There's a reason why we're shooting a Celica, you guys. That is just cool. That's the reason we're shooting a friggin' Celica, man. So tell us what you got here.
Well, it started as a 2001 Camaro engine donor.
Okay.
It's got 6-speed transmission that also came along with this LS1. So I started building around the block. Everything from the supercharger bracket is custom made by me. It'll hold over 1,800 horses. It's just under that, way under that. It's over engineered for the reason that I come from the background that I don't want it to fail. Build it once, build it right, get it in there, leave it in there.
I love that. That's great.
So yeah, it's got ARP studs from the oil pan up to the valve cover. It's got a forged crank. It's got a cut crank to run that pulley for the supercharger. 9.0 compression ratio. It's got a BTR cam, Keith Black pistons. Yeah, it's got some goodies.
I mean, like significantly built.
Yeah.
But it doesn't surprise me, honestly. You go back to your airline world.
Yeah.
Did you build the 6-speed as well, or is it still?
It's a brand new T56.
Ah, got it. Okay.
TK6. It's got a dual clutch from McLeod and carbon. So that's pretty gentle on the foot.
Then what's your rear end in this?
It's a 4.9-inch with 355s. Yeah. LSD.
Dude, it's like.
Yeah, it's a little muscle car.
It's all the hot.
Yes.
I mean, it's all the hot rod stuff that we deal with all the time. It's in a Celica.
It is.
It's like I love the. Why? I'm curious. Why do all the muscle car stuff, but do it in a Celica?
Well, originally my mom had this car, not this specific car. My mom had this car. She gave it to me. My uncle couldn't fix it. They gave it away. I was able to find something identical. It triggered me. I'm like, let's get wild. Let's get crazy.
Dude, I love that.
So it took me back to it's a Toyota.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with the Toyota first.
Yeah. So now, okay, so we got all this mechanical stuff going on.
Yeah.
Framework, suspension.
Yeah, it's all modified.
Yeah, I would think if you put that much power to the stock, I don't even know this car. What is it, a unibody or is it a full frame car? Or?
It's a unibody.
It is a unibody.
You have maybe a subframe that weighs like 10 pounds.
So you would just twist everything, I would imagine, with this kind of. Yeah.
If it actually sticks all that power, it actually would put some damage on the body.
Yeah.
I did have to raise the floorboard, the tunnel for the transmission to allow me to drop the transmission a little bit easier. Yeah. But the whole floorboard is reinforced with fiberglass. It's got T3 lower control arms, trailing arms. It's got 5-link in the back. It's got
5-link.
Yeah.
What's the 5th link? Is it down the center?
Yeah, they call it the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This being an older car, there's really not too much for it. So it's got 86 Toyota Corolla 86 BC coilovers that were interchangeable with this Toyota. Of course, there's some modifications done.
And what have you done braking? Is this a booster?
That's a booster, but yeah, it doesn't really work to its best of its power. It's more on the left leg.
Got it. Okay.
Or right leg, whatever you're braking with.
Right.
But yeah, since it's boosted, it's a lot harder to make a vacuum.
Get the vacuum to work. Sure, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
And then what do you run brake-wise on here?
There's a 4-piston Willwood caliper with a cheese grater rotor from T3.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what about out back?
The back is actually what you would find on a Ford Explorer. It's a shortened rear end. It's a disc drum type with the e-brake.
Got it.
Yeah.
But then you also have a car that weighs, what did you say, 2350, right?
Yeah, she's really light.
You're super light on this car, man.
Yeah,
wow.
she's super light.
Yeah. What are these? Just while we're over here, as we got towards
these
wheels
are actually,
and tires.
I built the whole car around these wheels.
Did you really?
Yes, I did. These wheels are from high school, when I was in high school. These came off a 240Z originally, same bolt pattern. They came from a friend that he was going through some shit and he finally sold them to me.
And
they're Epsilons.
What are they called?
Epsilons.
Epsilons.
And they're 3-piece wheels. Yeah.
And this was original to a 240Z?
Not original, but they were on a 240Z.
It was an aftermarket at the time. Yeah, okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So 275 rear, 235 front.
Yes.
And then pretty good profile.
50 series, yeah.
50 series on both?
On both height, yeah.
That's why they look so
They
meaty.
look meaty,
but
yeah.
I gotta imagine you need
a little bit of cushion, yeah.
And dude, that ain't getting you. You ain't getting grip with. I mean,
you need a lot more weight in the back. And at least at 325, that's the next step. See if that's gonna be salvageable with that back there. I'm gonna make that happen.
Is this a kit you buy, or have you made this kit?
This actually came off an FRS. There's nothing for these cars, so you got to get creative.
I mean, I wouldn't imagine there's
like
that's. Dude, I'm sorry, but you're the only guy I know that went. You know what I'm gonna build, man? I'm gonna go get me a '74 Toyota Celica. I'm gonna build it. That's what I'm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So of course they were split. Originally there were you have a front bumper cover on those cars, so that didn't happen here. So it had to be married to the fender. So I got a little creative there, modified it a little bit.
Yeah.
Blended in the two pieces that were originally there and made them fit.
Then you did cuts, like I'm noticing now too. There's cuts in the
hood, yeah.
The hood back here in the trunk. So that's venting. That's where your radiator's at?
It's in the trunk. There's no space in the front anymore. There's actually an oil cooler and a intercooler in the front.
Kind of missed that one when we were looking up front.
We'll go back.
Shows how non-mechanical I am, dude, that I never... Can we pop this?
We sure can.
That's why it's all vented out like that.
Correct.
So that's where your radiator...
Yeah, and it's actually a little bit of backyard wind tunnel engineering. Yeah, so I canceled out the spare wheel well in the back.
Sure, yeah.
Made a little wind tunnel here to keep this engine cool. Yeah, there's actually a pusher fan and a puller fan underneath.
So you've done a couple things in here.
So if you look at that column, you would think nothing of it, right? It's actually an electric assist steering column that I actually built.
So still stock dash, right? But those are original gauges though?
Correct.
That's so cool to see that. God, this car, Juan, is so neat, man. I'm just knocked out by this car. I hope you guys are digging this. I just think it's such a cool car.
Yeah.
Man. Well, brother, let's get some cameras in here and go drive this thing, and we can talk more about it. I'm sure I'll have more questions as we go. But yeah, I want to go for a ride with you in this, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. Oh, God, I love the sound of it. You know, forced induction, every one of them has, obviously, they all do different things, but I mean, I'm just talking sounds, you know?
Yeah.
And you're just barely touching it.
Barely touching it.
Barely touching it. Oh, God. Oh, God.
She wants to breathe.
There's so much car there, man. Wow, just a little blast and you, holy cow. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Dude, your license plate. Your license plate is really good.
Thank you.
I mean, you actually got, like, for anyone paying attention, it's got an LS1 in it, right?
Sure does.
But then you bring in the Spanish. Funny, that's a really creative plate, man. Were you shocked that it wasn't taken by someone?
Okay. Maybe they'll catch on. It's double meaning there, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's really, dude, that's a good one. Okay, now, yeah. Then lift out of it. Holy cow, this thing, God dang, dude. Wow! 700. What's your torque on this?
Yeah, I lose 30 horses, that's it.
What's that?
I lose 30 horses to the crank, that's it.
That's all?
That's it.
So
Yeah.
you're 670 at the tire on
Yes.
this thing? Oh, God. Well, I'm knocked out right now, dude. This thing's...
It wants to go a little bit.
Holy hell. Boy, that's true old school speed shifting right there.
Thanks.
Right? So where does it come from? Where'd you get the car bug? Is your dad into cars or uncle or anything?
I actually grew up with uncles that used to modify lowriders.
There you go.
I got the bug with lower cars. I've had cars since high school. I got a little bit of welding experience even when I was in junior high, so
Yep.
I got the bug back then.
Well, you just feel that thing digging for traction.
Yeah,
But that 5-link really works, doesn't it?
it's
I mean,
working.
it feels like
Yeah.
it's digging and digging.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, you're putting a lot of power down. I mean,
Yeah, I'm waiting for those.
I'm surprised in this light little car when you stand on it that it doesn't just light up on you.
You could light up the wheels. I just don't want to break traction too easy with you in it.
No, I'm okay with that. Believe
Okay.
me. Damn. This car is, I mean, it's just violent, bro. Look at the smile on your face. You set up your front end that if you want to ever try drifting, you have a full angle kit up
Correct.
front.
Yep. Planning a turning radius.
Dude. Whoa, 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 this car's insane. Boy, I tell you, man, I'm not surprised at the power, obviously. I know what that is. But what's a little daunting, I gotta say, is number one, it's that light, so it has that much less mass to move, obviously. But how much this car digs, the rear suspension, whatever you did, your chassis, all your platform to this, like I'm telling you something you don't know, right? But you know what I mean,
Squatted,
dude.
yeah.
It works.
It works.
Damn, son.
So excuse me for asking. I think I know the answer to this, but I don't shift like you at the speed shift. So you're staying on the accelerator and just fast clutch shift,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Jesus, this thing is violent. Holy cow, dude.
dude.
I love how you gotta like take control.
Fuck yeah, like a horse, dude. You gotta tell her what to do.
We'll leave it to the quarantine crews to deliver yet again. By far one of the most unique vehicles we've ever shot, the blend of old school JDM with complete and total American muscle, plus a guy that does engineering behind it all to make sure things work. Definitely, without question, one of my favorite shoots we've ever done. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And as always, I say thank you because I really mean it. Thanks for hanging and watching, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, you guys, later.